right, check this story out. So I was selling a house for a family. They were squeaking into a property, just barely getting into something, which is great because it's so much better to get into a house than the rent and all that good stuff. So the house was in Escondido. It was on a decent street in an okay area, but it was a house that was going to fit the budget. So I went to the home inspection. I was sitting there with the home inspector, and he's calling out this. There was a lot of issues with this house. And as I was sitting there on my computer, I was trying to think of a plan. Okay, how are we going to negotiate this? How are we going to get these things fixed? Like, we're already like at a low price point, and those houses have a lot of competition. So it's not likely, you're going to have a lot of negotiation room on those. Well, I saw another house had come up on the market. So I thought, man, if this house, it was like, I want to just say off the top of my head, it was like $590, and their budget was like $570. It was something along those lines. And so I called the agent. I said, hey, I saw this came back on the market. He said, yeah, it's absolutely available. The buyer's bailed out on it. You could tell, you have a buyer, you want it? And I said, I have a buyer for this house at $570. And he said, well, we really want to get this sold, but I don't know if they're gonna go that low. Like, maybe we could do a deal. And I was like, I'm not gonna show them this house unless we have a deal. You and me have a deal. And he's like, I don't know, like maybe. I was like, look, I'm here at a home inspection right now on a house that they're in escrow in, which I do not want them to buy. Please call the seller right now. Tell them a house waiting for $570. Like, you have my word that this is gonna happen. I say this without even talking to the buyers, by the way. And because I knew this was a better house, and I said, hey, we'll have a deal. That you need to talk to the seller first. You need to give me like your handshake deal that we're gonna do this deal at $570. He's like, I don't know. Well, let me call him. So he calls him, calls me back, and he says, I think he'll do it. And I'm like, no, dude, you can't say you think. You have to say yes. He's like, okay, yes, they will do it, okay? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna write you this offer, and we're gonna go in escrow today. And he's like, cool, yeah, okay, let's do it. Then I hang up the phone with him, then I call the buyers, and I say, hey, I know you guys are on the way to come see this house for this home inspection. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna pay for this home inspection. You guys don't even worry about that. We're gonna go meet me at this other house. And when the buyers rolled up, they were like, okay, yeah, this is like a lot better house. Like, what's the deal? Like, this is within our budget. And I said, okay, I already negotiated this deal. This is how we're gonna do it. We gotta buy it as is or whatever it was, but we're gonna get the price down like 20 grand. It's gonna fit your budget. Like, and we're gonna ditch that other house immediately. And we'll be in this house. They were pumped. So what do? We told the other guy, sorry, there's too many issues here. We're not gonna be able to buy this house. Wrote the offer. They accepted it on the other one. And they got into the house. It's a beautiful house, really nice family, and it worked out just great. But goes to show, sometimes when it comes down to the wire, like you can get a better negotiation in. Man, you just gotta ask. You gotta hold people's feet to the fire a little bit. And that's what we did. So it was kind of a fun story from real estate. Good ending on it.